Talk to me, Cleveland. This is Kevin Chillhurd, and welcome to Chill Talk. The super producer Felicia Haney is not here today, but as guest co-host, if you're a Chill Talk viewer, watcher, long time, you certainly know who this is, the principal, Michelle Person. What's going on, principal?
Oh man, a whole lot. It's been a minute, Chill. I ain't seen you in a long time.
Okay, so let's get a couple of things straight. First of all, are you still a principal?
Actually, that some things have changed. I'm actually not a principal. I'm taking a year sabbatical. I am not a principal currently right now in this moment.
Okay, and is your last name still Person?
Yes. My last name is still Person.
All right. Well, you Chill Talk. Even you're on sabbatical. You are still Principal Michelle Person.
That's right.
You the Chill Talk principal.
I'm the Chill Talk principal forever and for always, most definitely.
That is correct. So catch us up. What's going on?
Oh man, so much.
About?
Like follow on social media. We released another Kai and the Daddy Man book. It's Kai and the Daddy Man Do the Holidays. So that's out right now. We released the pandemic was busy for me. We created a curriculum. Meanwhile in Africa, it's a social studies curriculum that is more representative, that tells more factual history, it's more engaging. It goes beyond Martin, Malcolm, and Rosa for our kindergartners through fifth grade students. And right now we are out, we are talking to people, we are pushing that to get this supplemental curriculum into different schools and the programming into different schools to fill those holes that we know that exist. There's a podcast coming. Now that we're going back to school, even with masks on, there are professional development trainings, family engagement workshops. I mean, there's a lot that, I had to make it like I couldn't do all of this and be a principal. I had to say, we're going to take a beat and we're going to push all this out this year and we're going to make it happen. So it's a lot going on.
Okay. So now where in the world, like Carmen Sandiego, where are you? Can you?
I am currently in Dayton, but I was actually in Cleveland this weekend. I'll be up in 2 more weeks actually for another event. So I'm up 70. I'm up and down 71 all the time. I'm up or down on 71.
Player hating Dayton. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, the DYT.
All right, no, big ups to all my people in Dayton. I gotta have good people in Dayton, and a lot of my Central State posse are in the Dayton area. So big ups and much love to everybody in Dayton. I want to say a shout out right now to Mylan McDowell Woods. My Mac, what's going on? She's watching the show in the building. My man Joel Lutenberg from New York City. Joel is in the house. Juan Goodwin is in the house. Everybody come on in, share the show, let the people know that it's going down today. And oddly enough, as I reached out to Principal Person and let her know who the guests were. Now we're gonna bring that up, but it was a connection.
It was crazy. I was reading the bio. I was like, and I got to the name at the end. I was like, oh,
that was unknown. So that was, how it goes. That's how it goes on Chill Talk. It's a connection. Everything is connected. Now, I do want to say earlier, I said congratulations to the Republican and the Democratic candidate for the 11th congressional seat in Washington, D.C., representing locally the 11th district, and that would be Republican Laverne Gore, and somebody that you've seen on Chill Talk doing Chill Talk interviews. At least she's been on Chill Talk at least twice. The one and only Chantel Brown. So good luck to both of those sisters. Congratulations on making it this far. So it's going to be a long campaign ahead for the November 2nd general election. But congratulations to both of those sisters. I also need to say, I was at a film last night. I had a pre-screening of The Suicide Squad.
Oh, how was that?
It was interesting. If you like the original Suicide Squad, there's not a lot, but a few. The ones that need to be there. Harley Quinn is back. Viola Davis is back. So I'm not going any other spoilers on who else is back, but they certainly have some new people. My man Idris Elba is in there, as
Okay.
I think his name was Bloodshot. Anyway, he's a killer.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, but it is, I'm talking about action packed.
Okay.
So if you like action and you like the first Suicide Squad, uh it's going to be that plus.
My 16-year-old was loving the first one, so I'm sure we'll have to go see the second one.
It's a lot bloodier, a lot, man. They get it.
You got to ramp it up with the sequels.
And my man, and for the wrestling fans, my man John Cena was in the film.
Okay.
And John Cena did good, but you know, man, Viola Davis is one of the,
Yeah.
man, it's not fair how good she is. I mean, and I've said this before, anybody like the murder, How to Get Away with Murder, man, that's, we spoiled.
Yeah.
That we were able to see like probably the top, you know, woman in the game, and you could see her every single week. See, we would have to wait like a whole year, like
right,
same
for a movie. And now
right,
COVID done slowed everything down. The movie
right.
theaters are behind. Movies aren't coming out. Yeah, it's a. I miss my Thursday nights. Her and Kerry Washington, man, that used to be my thing.
So yeah, but and the same thing with my man on Blackish, the grandfather.
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne, he's in it.
Lawrence Fishburne. Oh no, I'm just saying we were able to see Lawrence Fishburne every single week.
Oh yes.
You know, we were spoiled, man. I mean, to see an actor like that back in the day, man, you had to wait a year for the next movie to come out, because man, those two people are some of the best actors we have in the game. But yes, but no, Viola Davis was excellent as usual, but you know, she's reprising her character as a director of Task Force X. So when the film comes out, go see it if you're a Suicide Squad,
I'm a Marvel
Harley Quinn fan,
but but you're giving it a thumbs up, so I'm gonna check it out. But I'm a Marvel girl at heart. But.
Well, we love Marvel films over at my house too. I'm just saying, if you are a fan of the Suicide Squad and the Birds of Prey and the Harley Quinn, then you'll dig this one too. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, but now you're right, and people don't know what's going on. And my man Frederick Surge White in the building again. Everybody that's tuning in, share the show. Let everybody know what's going down. We have real quick. We have a 5-year-old guest coming on. Bella Bruce. She has developed her own nail polish line. You talk about enterprising kids.
When Bella was born, I need everybody to understand that I knew Bella when she was inside her mama's belly, and I remember when her mother went out on leave to have Bella. So when I read that, I said, Bella.
So you were Bella's mom's principal.
Yes, I was Bella's mom's principal at Memorial Elementary, and I remember when she went out the house, and I said, Bella's 5? Bella has nail polish? Like, she was this little itty bitty thing. Like, that is time just waits for no one. It waits for absolutely no one.
Right. And I mean, look, and what kind of coincidence was that? Because I knew Felicia wasn't going to be able to be here today. I said, man, who can I get to come on and co-host with me? I'm like, I have a kid, I have an author, the principal. She covers both of those things. And you say, who's the guest? And I send you the information, and you're like, oh my God, I know her. I know her mom. I remember, you know, when this all went down. So yeah, that's what it happens on Chill Talk like that all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and for the people who don't know Michelle Person, she's co-hosted Chill Talk back at the radio station, which we will return to at some point in time.
I was just gonna ask that.
Nobody's back at the station yet. Everybody's remote. So because of COVID. So, and actually, I think I put it on the description box. This is our 66th episode of Chill Talk in quarantine.
Wow.
So, and Felicia always said, I think, you know, I might have skipped a couple or two, but at least we could be at 70 for all I know.
Right.
But for sure, this is our 66th episode. So in addition to 5-year-old Bella, Man, a 5-year-old has started a nail polish line.
That is crazy.
We have another friend of Chill Talk, my brother, Kofi Piesie. You know him from the Kofi Piesie research team, the Mossy Warrior clan. You know brother Kofi, one of the best brothers out here. And to say he has a new book out, I know y'all saying, yeah, they always have books out. They got 1 billion books out. Okay, Kofi has a new book out, a solo joint. Beautiful lessons about Kimoyo. I hope I get that right. Kimoyo. Okay, I don't want to find out it's Kimoyo, but we'll see.
We'll find out.
Brother Kofi will be in the building probably about 8:50. So, but back when we started Chill Talk at Radio One, and we will return to the station, hopefully, we'll see. But anyhow, I believe, principal person, you came to us as a collective.
I did. I came to you guys as a part of the independent book authors. There was a group of us, and that's what, and that was my first time on Chill Talk.
And so she was on, and of course everybody, LaDosha was there, so everybody knows my BFF, LaDosha. She was part of that, and Kevin Taylor was a part of that. But you were a part of that group, and I don't know what you did or how you was getting it in. Everybody was calling me saying, you got to get her back on, Chill. Like she has it. Like, who was that? And it was something that you were saying. It was a point you were making that everybody was quoting.
I can't, and the crazy part is it's been so long, I can't remember. And at this point, I've been on so many times coming back, and I can't even, but I remember that first time was great. I remember that, and every time is great. I love coming on the show. When I got the text message today, I was like, yes, I can still do it even in Dayton. This is awesome. Right.
Backed by popular demand, as we say. So people demanded that I bring her on Chill Talk, and then she kept coming on every time I called. If I needed her, she was there. She was there at the station. So you were there for a couple of good shows. I don't know if anything stands out in mind, but you've co-hosted Chill Talk quite a few times.
Yeah, definitely. There are so many, like, we've done some with Tracy, done some with some other people. Like there's always somebody doing something amazing in the city that stops by Chill Talk to let people know. Like that's what I've learned. Whenever I know that whenever I host Chill Talk, I'm going to meet somebody, I'm going to find out about a program, I'm going to find a new book for my reading list. I'm going to find out about somebody doing something great in Cleveland, which is always good to hear. Like, it's always positive, and I love it.
Okay, we have my brother Eni Aret Sean Kalfani, my brother Sean P in the building. He's here to, I know he supports Chill Talk anyway, but he's supporting his brother Kofi Piesie, members of the Kofi Piesie research team, Mossy Clan Warriors, whole nine. So Sean P is in the building. I see Kofi is actually on deck. Kofi is actually in the building watching the show right now. So we know that he's ready. So, but now real quick, Michelle, principal person, like I said, when I knew that I was going to have a youngster on, and you are magnificent with youngsters, and I knew I was going to have an author on, I knew that you could cover both of those things. But as an author, what you have a couple of books that I know you named the new one.
Yeah, we've got Kai and the Daddy Man. The Kai and the Daddy Man is a series. So it's a book about a young girl who is learning about life, and as she learns about life, her daddy is her guide, her daddy is her hero. And so there's the Kai and the Daddy Man, the original, the adventures continue, and now we have they do the holidays. I think we're going to cap it off when Kai eventually goes her first day of school and Daddy Man takes her to kindergarten, because what has happened ironically is the Kai and the Daddy Man books have grown with Kai. So Kai is now no longer looks like that. Where am I? Like,
right.
I mean, she's got like each hair, like, I mean, she's got a head full of hair, and like she's 4 now. So so we're gonna be rocking with kind of Daddy Man stories, as she continues to grow. And then there are the Nathaniel English stories. Those are the ones that I try to use to educate, because the educator in me wants to make sure our kids know their history. And actually, it was through the Nathaniel English stories that I was like, you know what, I need more than just books to teach our kids history. I need to just rewrite. I need to rewrite what my teachers are teaching, and that's where Meanwhile in Africa came from. And now, like I said, that is I am really excited about. It is the only kid-friendly, comprehensive, inclusive, culturally relevant social studies curriculum that I know of. I know a lot of specifically for kids K through 5. That's about 5 years old till about 10. There are other things out there for older kids, but they're boring. There's just no other. They're not engaging, and Meanwhile in Africa is really for kindergartners through 5th graders. And we focus a lot on entrepreneurship and taking the lessons from the past to create better futures for ourselves. So, and that all stemmed from, these books like that. And it started right. It began on ChillTalk. It all began on ChillTalk.
There it is. And obviously you're coming from, and not just a mom, you're coming from an educator or an actual principal of young students. Now, obviously, we got people over in the chat, of course. And I'm going to have to hip you to Dr. Oya Ma'at's Meltrek series.
Tell Frederick I said thank you.
Okay, but that wasn't coming. Oh yeah, he said the principal is fine. Okay, don't start. Come on, y'all, don't start that. All right, here we go. We're not doing that today, Serge. But yeah, obviously Brothers is in here shouting out Meltrek, which is Dr. Oya Ma'at's. She has a series for kids, videos, books. So I need to put you up.
Definitely. I just see it on the chat 1 minute ago. Yeah.
Dr. Ma'at's Meltrek series. What's going on? The Sutek, Thomas T. Swift Lindsay. Juan Goodman, no, we are not asking a 5-year-old, can you get a free hookup on the nail polish? You got to pay, brother. Come
and trust me, and Brenda gonna tell you no, because Brenda gonna shut that down.
Juan, we try to support the babies, not like come for the free off of them. Come on, don't do that. So yeah, no, we appreciate you, and good to have you back on the show, Michelle. And I have to remind you of this. The thing that I most remember, because people may remember that I also produced the show for Principal Person, the principal. The funniest thing about that show to me is that she would play a game. Mostly with the kids. She would have at the end of the show, she would have it was at the end of the show, right?
I'll play a game with, and it wasn't just the kids, it was with whoever
was on the show. You would play a game, but it would be like a kid's game or a young person's game. I don't recall you ever winning.
I don't think I ever
a did. Game.
Not one game. I don't think I won. I lost that Connect 4. I lost that
Jenga.
I lost that win, lose, or draw. I lost that. Every game I tried to play, I lost. I didn't lose that spade. You can't play spades with 2 people. But I lost every game I played. And Jenga, everything. I was like, oh, I can do all it. Nope, every single time.
Yeah, no, and that was hilarious. I mean, I would be back behind the camera rooting for you. Like, is this gonna be the time that she wins the game? I
think I won one time. And I don't know who I won against, but I think I won one time.
I remember that, but I'm saying that was questionable. I remember that. It was the methodology of that you went about to win that game was questionable. Juan Goodwin said is his niece. Well, then you really gotta pay, bro. Support your people, man. Sutek said he is a beast at Monopoly. But and let me tell you brought up spades, and Sutek said spades, but I'm here to everybody in Cleveland knows this. I'm one half of the greatest spades team that ever played the game.
Oh boy.
Me and my homeboy Smooth, it probably since 1989, we have lost 2 games since 1989. Man, y'all don't. And we once ran a Boston on a brother from Boston.
I will say that is one thing I have never been. I felt maybe I shouldn't be admitting this on air, but I have never run a Boston.
Hey, we ran a Boston from a brother from Boston, and we just said if he'd have been in Boston when we had the game, we would have just called it a here. We ran a here on you. So All right. So y'all, okay. So Tech said he retired from spades. He said black folks way too serious.
Man, listen.
I hear you.
Yeah, you get divorced over a game of spades, you don't play right.
Hey, me and Smooth, we pride ourselves. We done broke up friendships. We done broke up, partnerships, business partners, married couples, best friends from elementary school. Oh, they done left off that table hot with each other.
Christmas is canceled. Don't come by my house for Easter. Keep it pushing.
Because not only is our spades game tight, our smack talk during the game is
I already know.
I already better. Know. So that's what's up. What's up to my brother Carlton Williams? See love from Canton, from the Hall of Fame city. Hey, Carl, are y'all getting ready for the Hall of Fame game? Y'all get the first national football game every year at the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. So Carlton, set it up for me, King. I'm gonna try to get down to Canton. Get come on. You run Canton. So let me know what's going on. All right, I think we do have, let me see the people who have come in the room. Yes, we have Brenda Bruce. Is she gonna be surprised to see you? Like, what?
She definitely is, because yeah, she definitely is, unless she's watching right now.
So hopefully you were a good principal. Like, what the hell are you going on there for? All right, let's bring in the Bruce family. Hopefully we can get them in and get this cracking. All right, we have Brenda Bruce is in. She's getting connected to audio. All she needs. So there we have. We can see some of the Bruce family. Let's get them in there. Look at that. Oh my God! Look at that. Okay, all you gotta do is there. You go. Unmute the Bruce family. How's it going?
All right.
Oh, she is so cute. So let's get this together.
She was so tiny.
Let's get this together. So Mama Bruce, do you know my co-host, my guest co-host for today?
Yes.
Yes, I was we were telling the story. We were like, he asked me to come on, and I was reading the bio about Bella's thing, and I got all the way down to the end. And Brenda, I saw your name. I was like, wait, that Bella? That Bella, the Bella from I remember that Bella. Like, yes. You don't remember me, Bella, but I knew your mommy when you were in her belly.
Yes.
That used to be my principal.
Well, we had a surprise reunion. Like I said, I went to Michelle, who's co-hosted this show several times in the past, back when we were, in the studio at Radio 1 before COVID hit. And when Felicia told me she had hooked up, of course, shout out to Felicia Haney, the super producer. She's with us right now because she's at the special screening for the Aretha Franklin movie Respect, starring Jennifer Hudson.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, she is.
Felicia is everywhere.
Yeah, that's the super. So but she booked you guys, and so I'm like, okay, we have a youngster on here, an amazing youngster, and a book author is going to be on the second half of the show. I need a co-host. I thought of Principal Michelle Person, and lo and behold, she was the principal at the school that you were at.
5 separations of chill. That's what it is. It's a 5 separations of chill. Or was it 6, 5, or 6, whatever it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So now she is such a doll. Okay, please introduce yourselves, family.
I am Brian Bruce.
Brenda Bruce.
Bella.
Oh, she is a doll. Okay, so when Felicia told me, she said, okay, we have a young lady who started a nail polish line. I'm like, okay, that's slick. I'm thinking like she's in high school or something. And then they like, oh, Felicia, no, she's 5. I was like, what? Okay, please tell me how does this, give us the story.
Okay, tell them why you wanted the nail polish line.
Oh, because of that, always when I go in the bathroom when I was little, the nail polish was coming off, and I wanted my own nail polish.
So you wanted to make sure that you stayed fly 24/7. You wasn't for the chips. You're not about that chip life, huh?
Say no.
No. So I want to know how did you make it? How did you make it so that it doesn't chip?
Mommy might have to tell her that.
Well, I did a lot of research with the cosmetic lines that are out there, and we found a line that was vegan friendly, cruelty free,
Mhm.
and it lasts about it says 10 days, I'll say about 5 to 7 days.
Mhm.
The nail polish lasts longer than 5 minutes. So she enjoys getting her nails polished. So we went with that line because it was vegan friendly. We have a lot of people who are out here that are, allergic to lots of things. And this, the ingredients are free of a lot of the bad chemicals for your nails.
Okay.
So I understand that a lot of this came about because of everybody's kind of locked in the house for COVID and the pandemic. And so you guys made the best of that time where some people just sitting around eating ice cream or, binging on Netflix or whatever. You guys went to work as a family and got this young lady motivated to do this thing. So again, like, because you were just had all this free time, what made you choose this?
Do you want to tell them? Well, she loved to get her nails done. While we were locked in, she were polishing her doll's nails. I would draw hands on the on paper, and she would polish the nails on the paper. And then
Bella, put your fingers up. I want to see what colors you have on right now. Put your the other way. Let me see. Ooh, well, okay, those are pretty.
Show her the names of them.
What's the name of the purple one?
Purple one.
Juice.
Juicy Judy. And then the pink one is Peppa Pink.
Peppa Pink, like the pig? You like Peppa?
Yeah.
I like Peppa too. She's
All right. So Bella, is that your favorite? Which is your favorite color? Which is your favorite color of all the colors?
The rainbow.
The whole
rainbow.
She's like them all.
She picked all of the colors and she named them all. She named the colors. She has 12 colors, and a base coat and a top coat. And she picked the colors and she named the colors. Can you tell them some of the names that you have?
Sunflower, gopher, green firework.
Good job, Dad.
That threw her off right there. She was ready to rock it. Like, hey, wait a minute.
Give me some sugar, and then I can't name no what.
You can't name anymore. That's okay. Those are a lot. So yeah, so those are a whole bunch. Tell me, when people buy your when they buy your nail polish, how much is your nail polish? How much for a bottle?
Oh, so that should know. $8.50.
Ooh,
$8.50.
$8.50. That is reasonable. That is definitely reasonable.
Well, now tell us, let everyone know on Chill Talk, because I'm sure as everybody's watching right now and as they watch it as it's archived on the Chill Talk radio page, as well as the Kevin Chillhurd YouTube channel, as they go back and look at this, they're gonna want to know how they can support this young lady and get this great product. Where can we get it at? Where can we order it? Where can we buy it? Where can people get down with this?
All right, you want to tell them your social media? One of them, I can't believe she's acting shy.
Moments with Bella Bliss.
That's her IG, is Moments with Bella Bliss.
Okay.
And the nail IG is Beautiful Bliss Creations.
Okay.
And the website is www.beautifulbliss.creations.com.
Beautiful. Did you pick Bella? Did you pick the name Beautiful Bliss too?
Well, tell them your full name. What's your whole name?
Oh, Bella Bliss Bruce.
Okay, so that is her name. So Bliss is her name. She branding already.
So Bella means beautiful.
Beautiful, sure.
So we came up with Beautiful Bliss.
Can we see the shirt, Brenda? Can you show us the shirt?
Show them yours.
Awesome.
Okay, hold on. Let say something so we can get you back on the main screen so we can see the shirt. So it is voice activated.
Oh, yes, it is.
All
This
right,
is her logo. And that's her name. Beautiful Bliss.
Beautiful Bliss. I love it.
Man, that is beautiful. So yeah, normally we'd have Felicia here typing all that information into the chat. But what for sure, but you guys, if anybody's around and are watching and can type that information in the chat, please do so. But we will make sure that we add it to all our information.
we're gonna type it in. I think Brenda gonna type it in right now.
Okay, there you go. Get it typed in. And so again, what's going on to all the people that are watching right now? Man, this is a beautiful thing. This lovely young lady is already starting it out on cornering the market, the business market on what she's doing, and at 5 years old. So
Bella, you have a lot of brothers and sisters. They gonna come work for you?
That means are they gonna come help you?
Are they gonna help you?
maybe like, I don't know, maybe. How much I gotta pay him? How much I have to pay him? So now tell me, mom and dad, tell me, obviously she is a gorgeous young lady and seems to be very intelligent, precocious, and she's just shining through this whole program. Tell me about her. Tell us a little bit about Bella.
Okay, well, Bella, she loves track and field. She loves dancing. She loves modeling. She loves acting. She loves doing her nails. She's been in plenty dance routines and shows. She likes playing with her Barbies. She likes playing with your Barbies. She just learned how to ride her bike without training wheels.
Ooh,
Let him
that
know.
is a huge accomplishment.
Let them know. And just being outside, like it's killing her right now. Her friends are out there, and she's like, "All right, I'm ready to go. I want to go and play." However, she understands that she likes this. So this is one of the things that she likes. She enjoys, like she said, playing with her nails all the time and polishing them, even polishing her baby doll's nails. So this is something that she wanted to do. And
so mom and dad, how important is it to you to kind of support her in this? I mean, it's not a lot of 5-year-olds that are doing things like this. Why was it important to really support Bella in this effort?
We want Bella to know that she is capable of doing anything that she would like to do if you put your hard work into it. Bella decided that she did not want her nail polish chipping. And when she said to me she wanted her own nail polish line, then she said, I want my own nail polish. And then I started taking her with me to the get my nails done. And so she was getting hers done. And she kept saying, I want my own nail polish. I said, okay, well, we got to work at this. So then I started looking up things, and I would have her look with me. When we were locked in, Bella would have to get up every morning and get online with me, as she was a part of my class. So she was learning, and she was only 4. So she was learning too. So she knows about the computer. She can manipulate the computer, and she was working on the computer. So as I was looking and researching, she was looking with me. When we finally found a place, we tested the nail polish first. So after we tested the nail polish and make sure it did what we wanted to do, and she was okay with that, then we decided on colors. So I think it is very important that she know that it's a process to it, and you have to, the harder you work, the successful you'll be, and you don't get anything out of nothing. So we're readily willing to support Bella, as long as Bella knows that she needs to do work hard and do things in school.
Yeah, we're both
which is first. We're both educators, so she needs to, school is first.
Bella, your mom said it was a process. She said you guys got up, you looked at stuff online, you tested the stuff, you looked at which one you like. What was your favorite part of the process? What did you like doing the most?
I like to. I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Okay, what thing did you like? What thing was not fun? What thing did you wish you could skip?
What was not fun?
Reading.
So she liked all of this. She didn't want to do her schoolwork.
Got you.
Hey, so Dad, what's your role in all this? What's going on?
So listen, I am I'm a coach. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 12 years in South Euclid. I actually coach and taught Felicia's nephew, Marlon Barnes.
Okay.
That's my guy. So my role is to make sure that I'm a little more strict. So I make sure that, all right, I don't want to do this. You might give moms a hard time. I don't want to go read. I want to do this. Nope, you're not touching this phone. You're not doing anything until you read or until you do your math facts, your addition and subtraction. So I'm like the enforcer.
Yeah, I was about to say you are the enforcer.
I am the enforcer.
Right. So principal person, that sounds like they got a good team to you.
Oh yeah, first off, let me just say, like Brenda, Dad, you cool and everything, but I know Brenda got this. Like Brenda, I've been in Brenda's class. I know what to expect. So no, it's so yeah, I know Bella is in great hands.
I think that Bella likes to, she says what do you want the girls to do would be able to do with the nail polish? What did you say to me earlier? What did you tell me about exploring and being creative? Bella seems like she's shy.
Nowhere near her personality.
You want to tell Miss Person that? What you told me?
You can't remember.
She said she wants the girls to be creative with their colors. I just want the girls to be creative with the colors. And how does nail polish help you feel?
Good.
Good.
That is beautiful. Okay, so
I need y'all to hold on. I need y'all to know that Juan Goodman said he wants to know if y'all will take post-dated checks for the nail polish, and he would like some nail polish on credit.
Listen. Tell Juan he just better be at my house at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what he needs to know.
Juan, no credit, bro. I know these are people, Juan, but I'm telling you, no credit, post-dated check deals happening on ChillTalk. Juan actually has been on ChillTalk. So
yeah, I know. I watched it.
Yeah, that's our guy. But so now, what is Bella? What do you guys? Not that I'm all in your dividends, but what's going to happen with all this money that Bella makes? What is the plans for this?
It goes to Bella. It's for Bella.
So we have accounts set up for Bella for afterwards. Well, we got kids that's in college and we got kids that's going to college. So we set them up with their own savings accounts, with their own Roths, where they will be able to transfer to them as when they get 21 years old, and it just goes into for their savings.
Okay, so Bella is making her own money early. Like, so I'm making sure, like, Dad, you ain't out getting the money buying some new Jordans or nothing with the.
No, I don't even own a pair of Jordans. I don't even own a pair of Jordans.
Also, Bella. So right now she's in modeling classes and acting classes, and she also dances. So,
yeah, you're doing everything.
Yeah.
So when she have her dance competitions and things up, we'll be posting them. So we have
definitely let us know, Bella. So do you like to dance? You're a good dancer.
See?
Are you a good dancer?
You like to dance? What kind of dance? What kind of dance? What kind of music? What do you do? What kind of dance do you do?
Tell them what kind you do.
I do tap. And ballet, hip hop, jazz.
So you do it all.
You do it all.
And that is a beautiful thing. So now you guys say that she acts. Did I hear you say that she acts?
She's in acting classes now. So she's coming up. She's going to Vegas for an audition. So.
Oh, nice. Bella, you are killing the game right now. We are expecting to see big things. Well, even bigger, because you're already killing the game right now. with your business acumen. But you know, we look forward to seeing you in all these things. And Bella is a Renaissance woman up and through here. Principal person, did you know, when Bella was still in the belly, did you
Bella was a fighter. Like,
all
I give
this?
you that. Bella came out here kicking. Bella was no joke. So I have an idea. Definitely.
Bella stuck with me through all the hard days in the classroom. Right. She's tough.
Yeah, I definitely Bella did not come easy. So yeah, I already knew Bella was about to come. She's taking the world by storm. She's
all right. Well, we don't want to keep Bella up too late, and we really appreciate you guys coming on. And oh, we have it in the chat. Thank you. But tell us one more time the name of the product and where they can get it. And the people already can find it in the chat, but tell everybody that's watching again.
What's the name of your nail polish?
The name is Beautiful Bliss.
Tell them in the camera.
Beautiful Bliss.
Beautiful Bliss is the name of the nail polish, and they can find it at beautifulblisscreations.com.
And our Instagram is Moments with
Bella Bliss.
There we go.
Man,
well, before we go, real quick, Juan says, is there an event this weekend? He's asking.
Oh yeah, right, at the Metrop. Yeah, it's an event. What's going on?
Yes.
Her,
Come on, Juan.
she has a launch on Sunday from 2:30 to 4:30. It is at Metamorphosis
Okay.
77. So it's the building next to Benihana. And
Off Chagrin?
yes,
Yep.
on Chagrin. And it's her nail polish launch. So we'll have it all set up there and it'll be ready for purchase.
Awesome.
Okay. So she has the big launch coming up.
All right, maybe
All right.
Uncle Juan gets a free bottle since he did remember to plug it. He might get a free bottle.
Well, you know what? My niece is gonna be DJing it, so it's okay. Lily J to be DJing it for us. So
Okay.
got another little one going.
Right. So y'all keeping it all in the family. But Juan, still, bro, pay for your product. Okay.
Pay for your product, my dude. I'm already making you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and stuff and hot dogs. So you gotta pay for that.
Yeah, and I actually, not only has Juan been on Chill Talk, I've been on Juan's show. I've been interviewed on Juan's show.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my guy. So yeah, no, we really appreciate you bringing this princess here. Man, she is lovely. Everybody that's watching the show, besides the people that already know her, are giving her rave reviews. So hopefully everybody get out there and support this young lady. This is what we need in our community. Right, this right here is what we need in our community. Look at that smile. All right, we're gonna wave you guys off. We really appreciate you coming on.
We appreciate you all for having us on Chill. And again, thank you to Felicia for putting this all together and getting us on here. We appreciate it all. Hey, I asked her what do I owe her for this, and she said, in my Ezel voice. In my Ezel voice, I need 120,000. That's it out of court.
That's the super producer. Oh, and by the way, for people who are watching, again, I tell everybody this, since we're not at the radio station right now doing our regular commercials. If you want anybody watching wants to support Chill Talk, you see the Cash App in there, $money, the number 2 chill. To keep this show rolling. So not talking to you guys. Y'all keep rocking, Bruce family. I'm talking to the people watching. Okay. So support the show so you can find out about things like this and this beautiful family and this young sister right here doing her thing. So we appreciate you. Hey, keep us up on what's going on. We want to know how everything progresses, all the things that she's doing, so we can bring her back on. Okay.
All right, that'll work.
Nice seeing you, Miss Bird.
I know,
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Wow, look at that. All right, as they sign off, that is wonderful. So principal person, how cool was that?
That was too cool. I mean, you just have to I'm telling you, like when you spend all day with a person and you're with them every day, like their pregnancies kind of become when they have like births, like deaths in the family, weddings, you remember those things. You go to the showers, you buy presents, you get updated because you see them every day. So You know, when I came in and I watched Brenda get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I watched her have the baby, and said I got to see Bella, like she brought her in for us to see, and I remember this little itty bitty tiny little thing, and she's out here making her own money. Like it's amazing.
That is crazy. Real quick, so I'm gonna ask you to see if you can do. Are you at a computer?
I am.
Because I'm seeing that they put all of the YouTube and Instagram.
They put it in the
website
chat, but they also put it's in the other thing too.
Okay, so it is in the chat. I knew they put it in the Zoom chat, but they also put, okay, well, all right.
I'll copy and paste it right now. I'm gonna do tell Felicia I don't mind helping out.
All right, you doing Felicia's job on the help out. But yeah, so no, but I mean, how cool is that? Again, when I knew that I was going to be interviewing a 5-year-old, and I thought about bringing on Principal Michelle Person, never did I know that she was actually going to know the family. So that was, you know, that's that ChillTalk mojo that always goes down. So yeah, and as you can see, Michelle Person, the principal, has put in the information in the chat. And please support this family, support that young sister, and we look forward to seeing more things that she is doing. So, and another thing, it never dawned on me that I was, not only was it a child, but we're talking about fingernail polish. And you know, since I'm, you know, not really a connoisseur of
fingernail polish, you have a mom, a wife, and a daughter.
So I'm glad you were here, because that whole chipping thing, I wouldn't have thought about that.
I'm happy to be of service.
All right, so we're going to bring on my brother. Man, this is my man coming on right now. My man Kofi Piesie with the beautiful lessons book. We're going to see if I got the name of the rest of the book correct. And he's going to explain to us what that word means, man. One of the dopest brothers that you will ever meet out here, as far as what he's put together. The Kofi Piesie research team. They put out so many daggone books that now they put out books for other people. Wow. They have their own book company now, so you can go to them and get, you know, I don't know what they make you go through.
I actually think I saw something like that. I think I saw somebody early in the chat. I think I'm gonna go back up and see. I thought I saw something.
So they got it. Kofi gonna get it in, and Sean is manning the chat as normal. And again, really quick, anybody wants to be up on this information about the vaccine, about the virus, about new updates, about variants, please go and check out Science with Sean. Sean he's in the chat. I don't know if he's still there, because he might be out doing something already. But man, stay on top of your game with everything that's going on, and follow Science with Sean. That brother puts it in. But we're going to bring Kofi in here to give us the information about everything he's doing, including this new book. But we're going to need to catch up, because they got like 27 books out. But and they put out 27 books within like a month.
Wow.
So we're going to get brother Kofi Piesie in here. Oh, and Kofi got bars too. He can rap.
Yeah. How you doing, brother Kofi?
He's coming in as soon as he gets his audio.
You gotta take.
Kofi know how to do this. Man, Kofi does all kinds of. So I know he knows how to. I know he knows he's on mute right now. Yeah, so he's getting stuff together.
Okay. I'm looking at his eye, because I knew I saw it in the chat. Somebody had posted in the chat right now. Their mission is to provide a great service and meet the needs of our clients, big or small.
All right. So Kofi, are you ready? All right. We need to get you. Okay, there we go. Brother Kofi Piesie, what's going on, bro?
What's happening with you, man? You doing all right?
I'm good, man. Now that you here, bro. Now I know, man, I just saw you were celebrating stuff. I saw you jumping off waterfalls or something. Or what? It was like your birthday and your anniversary. Was something? What was going on? Was that it?
Yeah, it was my birthday and my anniversary. Me and my wife got married on my birthday last year. I can keep up with my anniversary if I got married on her birthday or my birthday. We were initially supposed to get married on her birthday, but when the pandemic jumped off around that same time around her birthday, so we just postponed it and we had a little small wedding in July on my birthday. So we were celebrating my birthday and my 1 year anniversary this year.
That's a smart man right there. He got to remember two things for the rest of his life, and that way he won't forget. You a smart man. I give you.
You doing all right?
I'm good, Kofi, and this, you know, you can say hi to Principal Michelle Person. You heard part of her introduction. She's a author of children's books, and she has the Africa book that she just got through talking about. And she's by trade, she's a grade school principal, but she's on sabbatical right now, handling her book stuff.
Handling my book stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get the information to your books. I want to support you, sister.
Oh, I appreciate that. Definitely.
So, so Kofi, tell us. I mean, refresh. Let the people know. I mean, obviously, most of the Chill Talk people already know who you are, but some new people joining in right now might not know who you are. Let the people know who you are, what you represent, how you get down.
Okay, well, I go by Kofi Piesie. I'm an independent researcher. I am a member of various groups such as the Seshuma Ani Meta Nature. That is a group that we are ascribing to be true scribes. We are studying the Sesh Meta Nature and the Rani Kemet. That is the language is Rani Kemet and the writing script, which is the Sesh Meta Nature. I'm also a member of Masi Warrior Clan, which is a group that focus on West African studies. So we study the culture, the customs and traditions of West Africa, but we also study East, South, and Central Africa as well. But West Africa is our expertise. I'm also a member of the Kofi Piesie research team, a collective group who have their own particular skill sets, West African culture. Some of us have expertise in various subject matters in science, such as science with Sean, the Chill mentioned. Brother Sutek, whose expertise is in Arab history and Moors history. T'Challa, who's into music, an instructor in African music. His instrument is the djembe drum. He also specialized in the Mali Empire within West Africa.
And he's a martial artist.
Yes, and he's a martial artist. Brother Chavis, his skill set is more into science, like Sean. He's a newest member of Kofi Piesie research team. And Satepan Ra, who also was a member of Seshuma Ani Meta Nature, his skill set is the Sesh. He's a master in transliterating and translating the hieroglyphs, or the Sesh is what we would call it, different facsimiles and etc.
Real quick, before I ask you some more things just about your background, and you brought up Chavis. Man, that's my man. Big ups to Chavis. Because you know, when I dropped my commercial about vaccine hesitancy, and the commercial dropped on a couple of radio station spots, and people were hot with me. And oh man, they was for my neck. Man, let me tell you, Chavis showed up swinging. So, hey, I appreciate that, brother. He was helping chopping them down. Of course, you know, Sister Juju, a couple other people. Sean showed up, but by the time Sean got there, Chavis had already handled it. So big ups to that brother. But yeah, brother Kofi, like let the people know. We're gonna get to the current book, but let the people know of all the publications that you have, and did you have started a publication company?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Okay, well, last year we put out our first volume, Spirits of the Mosque, the historical survey in the minds of African warrior scholars. And sometimes people don't read the subtitle. It's a survey in the minds of African warrior scholars. So sometimes when they get the book, they think it's going to be just a direct storyline with each chapter connecting, which we do try, but it is different surveys from each individuals in the group. So we put out Spirits of the Masi Volume 1 and got a good feedback from it. So we put out Volume 2, which was Spirits Depends, a historical survey in the minds of African warrior scholars. And it did pretty good. Both of those books ended up in Africa. Spirits of the Masi ended up in Gambia at the Gay and Journal Skills Academy, which they have 3 locations in Gambia. Spirits Depend ended up there as well, came second. We had a whole contest around it where people was we was able to raise money, and from that book we was able to start a foundation, the Kofi Piesie research team foundation, where we was able to help some people in the Gambia area in West Africa go to school. So we paid for their schooling, and also that book, that contest around the book, you know what I'm saying, got national feed for the school. So the school is actually doing, I mean, they super busy right now. And so they was a blessing to us, and we was a blessing to them. And shout out to Sister LaDosha, right? Because your BFF, she you know, she made all that happen. So, you know, I definitely want to shout her out for that, because that wouldn't have been possible without Sister LaDosha introducing me to Sister Fatu.
Okay.
Oh,
And again, as I said, Kofi, I even met Principal Person through LaDosha. She came on ChillTalk as a collective group of authors that LaDosha was a part of.
okay.
And that's how I met Principal Person, man. At this point in time, that was what, like 3-4 years ago?
Yeah. Kai was a baby.
Yeah, but no, brother, the work that you guys are doing with the Skills Academy that you did, and to see, man, I watched some of those broadcasts where the people over there were holding the book and answering questions, man, just to see that connection between here to the Gambia, to the motherland, was, man, it was a beautiful thing. And just to know that I had a little bitty part in connecting that, and you to LaDosha, taking that over there, and then you guys taking it from there and just handling your business and even growing that your relationship, man, that's a beautiful thing to see something like that happen across the Atlantic Ocean, all the way in Africa.
Yeah,
man, it was just incredible. It almost made me speechless. But
yeah.
So now you have people. You also now have a publishing company where you do books.
Right. Well, let me, but I can't gloss over Spiritual Comeback Volume 3. We put out 3 publications collectively, which you and LaDosha was a part. You and LaDosha wrote the forward and the dedicated forward for Spiritual Combat, Historical Survey in the Minds of African Warrior Scholars. I put out a children book. Sean put out a children book. My book, Kalawa's Trip to the Motherland. Sean book was One Night Before Bed. I put out As I Learned, We All Learn. Sean put out his Cocaine the Conscious book. So we dropped 3, 4, 5. We dropped seven books last year.
See what I'm saying?
That's
Michelle
exactly
Person?
what he said before you came on. Yep.
They not playing, man.
Yeah, so we dropped several books, and just from that, it sparked the interest of, because we started doing a lot of the stuff our own. We reached out to people. You know how people will say, man, I got you, I do this and that and the third, but when you reach out to them, they ain't answering the phone, they ain't returning the text, or they busy. So a lot of this stuff we had to learn on our own. So we just grown an interest for it, just doing it ourselves. And then I got to the point where I wanted to try to cut the middleman out. So I don't have to go get a book cover from here. I don't have to go get a website bill from over here. I don't have to go get some art graphics bill from over here. I don't have to go over here and get some editing over here. Let's just do it inside. So we created Same Tree Different Branch Publishing. Same Tree Different Branch Publishing is our logo is a tree with bearing the fruit of the Piesie Warrior Clan logo, which I'm a part of, the Kofi Piesie research team logo, and the Mboka, the imprint that we created from the clothing line, the Mboka Family Connect Apparel. Through our relationship with Gambia, we talked, so we formed Here First, a clothing line, Mboka Family Connected. So that's another part of the brand. So we just merged that and kept that as Same Tree Different Branch Publishing. And on that publishing company, we do editing. We do 3 levels of editing. We do book covers, we do flyers, we do posters, we do business cards, we do small Facebook videos, promotional videos, we do art graphics for t-shirts, for hats, socks, shoes, you name it, that publishing company do. We also publish the book, and we also guarantee if you come through us and get us published, you can Google my new book, and it's going to be multiple marketplaces. My book is on, we guarantee to get your book on Amazon, Lulu, Barnes and Nobles, Target, eBay. We are guaranteed to get your book in London. If you Google my book is in multiple marketplaces. So we guarantee to get your books in multiple marketplaces if you come through Same Tree Different Branch. It won't just be on Amazon.com. And we are full equipped publishing company. We fully legit. We have invested a lot of money. I took a lot of classes, went through a mentorship with a real live publishing company, a publishing agency. So got all the software, got everything that we need. So we ready to go. We ready to rock it. Well, we ready to rock and roll, and we rocking and rolling. So
you all not ready. You doing it. Like, yeah. Everything you mentioned, everything. I mean, you are doing it. This man is speaking, like, dropping facts. Like he's got the receipts, so as they say, right, to back up everything he's talking about.
Right. And before we get to the new book, the beautiful, is it Beautiful Lessons?
Yeah, Beautiful Lessons about Kimoyo.
Okay, before we get to that, because I know principal person that she went through, as you talking, I know she went through a lot of those same things, just getting her product out. So I was gonna give her an opportunity to ask you some questions, you know, that may be related to some things that she did or had problems with or had success with, as opposed to what you guys were doing.
I mean, my questions are just like, it was hard to find in the beginning people who would be willing to share the information that you have all put together. A lot of it's not difficult. It's just not knowing where to look. But then, and so, yeah, I think a lot of independent authors, they start in one lane, and when they realize everything it takes to be able to branch out and make a real impact, you start doing the other things. So like Chill, I came on with the books, and we branched that into the Principal's Principle. I've got a podcast coming out soon. I've got a curriculum. You make other books. You do your because it's how you become the machine. You have to become the machine to be able to push it out. So I guess my question is, as I'm looking at the website, you guys are, I mean, like, some of the stuff I don't even know, how to do, I'm looking at the website right now with
the principal that went out and started shit. The principal all on your website right now.
Oh yeah, I do my research. Like, I'm like, okay, like what? Yeah, because we're gonna have to talk afterward. You got the Kofi Piesie TV. You've got, because you didn't mention that. You didn't mention the TV.
Yeah, we got the Kofi. Yeah, KofiPiesieTV.com, and then we got the new website as well, the Same Tree Different Branch Publishing website, Same Tree Different Branch Publishing.com as well.
Yeah, so the trainings and the consulting and the print design, like, how did you guys get into all? Like, I mean, how did that all come about? Like, how did you get into all of that?
Well, we just wanted to. It just only made sense to become like a one-stop shop. Like, we from us creating the books, we created a show that we was doing like every other Sunday. We was doing a show called Author's Perspective, where we was interviewing a lot of authors' perspective. And we wanted to do the show so we can try to influence more people that look like us to start writing. So we will bring on authors and let them go through the process of the steps of how, how they created the book, you know what I'm saying? How they came up with the ideal, how long it took to create the book. So from that, from help, we wanted to, just show them, the steps by steps, anybody can do it. So we brought these guys on, and then from that, we was like, we wanted to just eliminate a lot of the stuff when we first started. We have already started doing some of the stuff. Let's eliminate the middleman, because we already been learning this stuff on our own, putting in the time, you know what I'm saying? And just start doing the stuff ourselves. So I reached out, I interviewed a guy named Sir Nathan, and then I interviewed a guy named Cliff, who has a publishing company. So I reached out to them, and I wanted to take some mentorships. I wanted to pay for his expertise because he has a company. He's been doing this for a while. He's successful, so I wanted to pay for his time. So we ended up setting up things where I was able to go through him and able to take these classes. And he told me I needed this software, that software, this, that, and the third. So he coached me through, we met twice, 3 times a week. And, it kind of came a little expensive, but, I don't regret paying money, you know what I'm saying, to
you invested in yourself. It was
to invest in myself. So now I don't have to go out and get a book cover from someone. I don't have to get a flyer or get a business card or get somebody to do a design to go on a shirt or go on a hat or go on a pair of pants or socks. We actually can do those things ourselves, or go out and to someone and get a book edited, and the book is not edited all the way, when I can just purchase an editing program, Grammarly Business, and go through there and then get some training through there. But it's also going to help you along with that and just learn the different levels of editing on my own, so we can cut out that person that, we had been editing our books, and we can start editing our books ourselves. We was already organizing the body of the book and putting the book together and all that. Then we, figured out a way on how we can wear through Cliff, who has the publishing agency. He put me on the ISBNs. So I didn't know anything about the ISBNs. So once I learned what an ISBN, because our several books was free ISBNs, which is, we only restricted to Amazon. We can't get on any other platform. So with that education, I got an understanding what the international standard number is, which is the ISBN number. I was able to now if I purchase an ISBN number, I'm able to market and get on another site that actually is partnered with all these other marketplaces. If I meet the criteria, then I'm guaranteed to get on this marketplace, that marketplace, and that other. Even though I don't care about that, I always try to go directly to the person, and and tell them to get their own website so they can get all of their intellectual property. Because if they go through these other marketplaces, they go through Amazon, you're gonna get a 60-40 split. You go through Lulu, you're gonna probably get a 70-30 split. You go through these Targets, you're gonna probably get a 30-35 35-55 split. So you want all of your intellectual property. But a lot of people like the bragging rights, well, my book on this, that, and third, and it helps too. You got money coming in from your own website, and you got money coming in from your other different marketplaces. So we just wanted to create a one-stop shop. So when people come to us, you don't have to go all over the place. If you want a website done, we can do your website. If you want your book cover done, you want your book edited, you want your body of your book put together, you want your book published on these different public market, you want marketing videos, we do it all. So we created a one-stop shop. So all you got to do is come to us, and we get able to do it out. And if we can't do it, we connected with somebody that where we can outsource what we need to get done.
Lessons got dropped just then, principal person. Did you hear all that information he just gave away for free? He gave the game.
I was already on the website. I knew. I found out 5 seconds before he said it. I was ahead of the game. I'm always learning.
He dropping the game on here. No, brother, we appreciate the information and just how hard you grind, man. And man, y'all brothers put it in. It is no doubt about the work and the sincerity and the righteousness and just, the good character of how y'all get down is excellent. And speaking of good character, I was a part of the book release. You had a book release party. Is that what that was?
Yeah, book release, a party celebration. I wanted to
Celebration.
celebrate it with all my friends, the people that, because I don't use the word friend lightly, you know what I'm saying? So I invited all the people that, were my friends, people that I talked to. Am I still on?
You breaking up
Okay.
a little bit, bro. Okay, he got to get it on. He's breaking up a little bit. Sean, send your man a message. Say breaking up, but until he gets back with us, yeah, I was a part of that celebration.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, I was honored to be a part of that celebration for the release of his book, and man, he had lots of really good people on there just talking about uh, the book and the brother, and I might have started it off talking about good character, but certainly everybody that came behind me said the exact same thing. So yeah, and it was, man, it was an occasion where a lot of good brothers and sisters was on there giving it up for this release, and I was happy to be invited to even participate at all. So I appreciate that, brother, with that. But talk about the new book. What brought that on? What makes this different from your other books? Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, this is my new book, Beautiful Lessons About Kimoyo. And last year, Brother Asar introduced the word kimoyo to the community. He got this term from Dr. Fukial, professor, doctor, author, anthropologist, a historian um, from Dr. Fukial. So I looked at the presentation that he did when he introduced this term to us last year, and that term just fit us more because I had already had an issue with the word African traditional religion. You can go back to 2007. I was saying that I have an issue with African traditional religion. I have a problem with the word African spirituality. So that word fits us. So he just came up with he didn't, Dr. Fukiya came up with the word, but it best describe our traditions or our ancestors' traditions. So I roll with the word kimoyo in my book, and the beautiful lessons was, I just feel like anytime you learning about our ancestry legacy, far as the contributions that they contributed to the world, that's a beautiful lesson within itself. So that's inspired the book Beautiful Lessons About Kimoyo. So each chapter, it explains and goes into detail about people that may want to know about African traditional religion. I'm gonna say that for the sake for everybody to know, but for Kimoyo. So you can, because I know because I had a conversation. My dad is a pastor; he's a Christian. So he said he was on this path, and this was like 4 years ago. We had a conversation where we sat down together, and his voice always been in my head. I tried some, but I always couldn't, get it. I talk about it in my book. So, and then that his voice inspired me, that conversation, and then Asar and Black Panther, who was known as Benjamin Njai, who was the founder of Mossy Warrior Clan, the co-founder of Mossy Warrior Clan. They inspired me, so I went on ahead and put this book together so people can have a better understanding. And right now, with some conversations that's going on, people are making accusations and claims about certain things about African traditions and customs, and they have no clue about it. They just want to argue about it, and then they want to compare it between Western culture or Western religions, i.e., Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So they're comparing the gods. They say the gods operate the same as the Judeo God, the Christian God, and the Islam God, which is that's far from the truth. It's just so many different things. Christianity was created in Africa. Africans formulated Christianity, which we know that was introduced, that was from the foreigners. And it's just so many different things that I cover in here, even how we started to use, I talk about the investigators, the anthropologists, the paleontologists who went into Africa and then put a disdain or push propaganda on African traditions. That's why people that look like us Anytime we mention Africa, we mention it with distaste, or we think that it's grotesque, or we mention African traditions, we say that it is paganism, we say idolatry, it is demonic, it is satanic, because of those individuals from the early 1900s, again, those foreigners, those investigators and those paleontologists who went into Africa, and those who didn't go into Africa started to write these bad storylines about Africa, and we are still regurgitating some things that was in the that they was doing in the 20th century. We still regurgitating the same stuff from these European foreigners, investigators, racist paleontologists, anthropologists that went into Africa. So I break down, I talk about Kimoyo, explain what Kimoyo is. Kimoyo, like most of the, if you read anything that's dealing with African tradition, they describes with these misleading terms. Animism is a misleading term for people that may not know it, but animism is a misleading term. And they coin that because African traditions gives everything a spirit. Everything has a spirit, where it's animated or inanimated, whether it's movable or immovable, it has a spirit. The rock has a spirit, the grass has a spirit, the sun has a spirit. So they started seeing these things and started seeing we deifying these, deifying animals. If you go back to Kemet, you can look at Yehudi, you can look at Haru, all these, we deify these different animals for certain reasons. We deify things in nature. That wasn't just only in Kemet, that was in Central Africa. You can see that in Central Africa. You can see that in North Africa. So I talk about, Kimoyo is vital power. So when I break down, what is vital power in chapter 1, chapter 2, I talk about humanity started in Africa, and it's a scientific consensus. And then I try to prove what I'm saying, that humanity started there. And I'm building that up to talk about how Kimoyo was actually started. And it was started through their experiences. So they began to experience certain things and started to ask questions like, if the mountains start to erupt with fire, the volcano is erupting, water falling from the sky, a woman giving birth, somebody is dying, diseases, epidemics that are taking places, the earth is shivering. So they began to ask these questions, or even about creation. How did man come about? How did the universe come into existence? How is water falling from the sky? How is it changing from cold to hot? How is the sun warming us? How is the sun giving energy so we can have food and certain things? So they began to ask these questions, right, which leads to chapter 3, which I talked about oral traditions. So through them formulating, asking the questions, they started answering their own questions, and they started formulating into myths, legends, folk tales, and folklores, which was spread through oral tradition. And then I tried to solidify that people talk about oral tradition is not valid. So, and again, when people say that, those people are lazy. I know I can tell you something, and then you can tell somebody else something. By the time it reaches 3 or 4 people, it can be changed. But they had a methodology when it comes to oral tradition in order to keep their oral tradition intact. So
hey, Kofi, I got a methodology too. Let me ask you some questions. Hey, Sean and Sue taking them over there giving you a hard time on that. They like, yeah, let Chill ask one question. Hey, no, this brother on there is building. I mean, this is a serious matter. And well, let me ask you this, because you have so much information, and I know how you do things, and this is something that we should ask of all authors. How can we, especially when it comes to you giving historical information, how can we trust that the information that you're providing us with is valid? That's something we should be able to, and I know how you get down, but let the people know part of your process, that you're just not writing stuff off the top of your head. This is hard work and research, but talk to us about how we should know that this information that we get in this book or any of your books,
right,
being valid.
Okay, well, first of all, what I do is my method, I start off with the author. So that's my first method. I'll start off with the author, whether the author is white, whether the author is black, whether the author is pink, purple, whatever. I start off with the author. So I research the author first. So I try to get the background of the author first so I can kind of know what I'm dealing with and what type of perspective I'm coming from the author. So first I research the author.
Okay,
Then
no. I want to know, how do people know that your information is valid? Not how you know that other authors' information is valid. How do people, when they read your book, how do they know, is the information in this book valid? Can I take this book and get the information and I know that it is true, not false, not some conspiracy theories,
okay.
not a crazy opinion?
Yeah.
How can the people know, what is your process of making sure the product that you give to people is authentic?
Reaching out to people that are in the traditions. Like I reached out to Brother Ben. Brother Ben is a part of Isheshe, which is a part of the Yoruba culture, and he's a priest. He's a gungun priest. Also, reaching out to Sister Fatu that's in Gambia, reaching out to Brother Odua that's in Ghana, reaching out to Brother Kwame, who's also from Ghana, reaching out to another brother from Nigeria, people that are actually engulfed in the culture, or even reading certain things with authors who have been initiated into those traditions or belong to a group of people, and passing information along to each other and letting them critique the information before I even put the book out. You see, I just not gonna put nothing together and then don't consult with these people.
So it's a form of peer review. You have a form of peer review.
Right. So I want my stuff to be verified and validated before I put out any type of misinformation, you know. So I hope.
All right, Michelle, any, because this brother getting it in. Any questions?
I don't have a question. I just love that it, for me, I'm sitting here like I can't wait to talk to him like off and chat later, because like I mean everything that he was talking about, I'm doing Meanwhile in Africa does the same thing for our 5-year-olds. Like the first unit in Meanwhile in Africa is about how Africa is why are we studying Africa, why it's important. It's the motherland, it's the home, it's where where all humanity originated. Like that is the first thing I teach the kids in kindergarten. Like that unit 1, why are we studying Africa? That's where the fossils came from. Those are the oldest places, and that that's right. The first thing we talk about. We talked about oral traditions. We talk about Anansi, and the spider, and all the folk tales. Like I mean, it literally is. It is. I love, like, first of all, for me, this is validation. So I feel like I'm doing something right. Like as I'm listening to all the things he's saying, he included in his well-researched book. I'm like, oh, well, my little curriculum, man, my kids, they gonna know it. They gonna be ready. They gonna be ready at the end of my program to read your books. That's what I feel good. I feel good right now.
So I mean, and Kofi, you brought up things like anthropology and archaeology. Is that important oftentimes to your process as an author of things pertaining to history, those sciences?
Yes, those are very important. Anthropology, paleontology, even linguistics is very important. A part of that is as well when you studying history.
Okay, now, I mean, as we know, everybody, and I know because all over the internet lately in the so-called conscious community, the question of spirituality has come up, and that's what we'll call it for this discussion. When it about Africa, and you brought up some of the things of the connotations that Western society puts on the continent. You name some of the things, the paganism, the idolatry, the animalism. So you brought a lot of those things up, but a lot of that affects the way Westerners, people in the Western world, people in America think of the people, the information, the society, and the history of the continent. And it gives the people with a Western mind a false sense of what is the philosophy, what the people do, what they thought, what the language means, what their history is, what their so-called spirituality is. So why is that important to you, to try to put light on facts instead of misleading information?
I mean, it's to me, it's empowering if you understand where you came from, and it's important for you to go to try to retrieve that information, um, for yourself. Because if you're looking at the people, like I said, the most of the time, the propaganda that has been put on Africa is from people that doesn't look like us, and they have an agenda on why they do what they do. They trying to keep us out of Africa. And I feel like if we connect ourselves back with Africa, I'm not saying that you have to go and be a part of um, any tradition like Voodoo or Akumi or Isheshe or Odinani or Gulu and Kulu. I'm not telling you to be a part of those things, but I'm saying go back and retrieve the information. It can only empower you when you see that the things that our ancestors actually did and contribute to the world. Because in school or in the food system, I would like to say we don't get taught the things we were taught that the Romans, the Greeks, they civilized the world.
This
They
brother is my
created
spirit animal. Like I need like this. I mean, I'm like, I got that in my curriculum too. Like that, like this, I mean, everything.
Hey.
I remember I'm not supposed to bang the table clip, but I'm not at home, so I can clap. I can clap too. Like this is everything. I mean, like everything he was just saying. Like we
Kofi
have
is the truth.
yeah, I mean, like, it's exactly right. Like I was talking with somebody, like, if you remember the Women of Brewster Place, everybody remembers the scene where the mother took her son to a play, and halfway through the play, there was a Shakespeare play, and there was a jackass, and the baby turned around and said, "Mommy, is that what I'm gonna look like when I grow up?" And she was like, "Why would you look like that?" And she was like, "Well, you call me a jackass, so like that's what I'm gonna look like, right? Like when I grow up." And my point is that when someone else tells you your history, when somebody else fills you up, like what then you come up with these false narratives about what your future is going to look like. You can't, you have no idea your power, your history, like what you're going to be. It's because somebody else is pouring into you false information. We talk about one of the units in the thing is one part of my research when I was preparing the curriculum and talking about the Great Zimbabwe, people came in, they saw the Great Wall, the Great Wall of Zimbabwe, and were like, well, this is amazing. Like, and there's nowhere people here could not have possibly built it. Like these people came up with all these fake, false, stories, to explain how they built this wall that is still standing today, thousands of years later. To try to justify, and they told those as facts. They taught that to people that was fact, just because they didn't want to give credit and say, we don't know how they did it, but not only did they do it, but they did it well because it's still here. But they didn't.
And that's what I think is important about what Brother Kofi is doing, what he's currently doing, and what he always has been doing, and not just him, but everybody he rocks with. It's empowering on a new level. And I ain't gonna put that heat on them to say like that they the new Diops and Theophilo Bengas and Dr. John Henry Clark's. But what I ain't putting that on you, Kofi. But what I'm saying is that we have a new effort, a new bloodline to carry on those traditions of information, and the way that you brothers, carry it off and put it together are in a way that we can digest. It's academic, is historic, but it's not so academic where it turns people off. And I think that's one of the most important things about what you guys do, not just in book form, but in speaking form and wherever you guys talk at, and on YouTube and everything else all over social media. But I mean, that is the things that the principal person was just saying. I'm saying this validates what she's talking about, and you guys do it you meet people where they're at, and you also raise the people up at the same time. So I mean, I saw you shaking your head like, chill, don't put that on us. But you understand the concept and the point that I'm making.
Right. I do.
And that's a
man.
responsibility. And I know it's a responsibility that you accept, because y'all out here on the grind doing it.
Yep.
Not talking about it.
That's our motto. We not gonna talk about it, man. We just gonna be about it, man. We not finna talk you to death and go on YouTube every 2 or 3 hours and do a YouTube video. We just gonna put it together. We not people with disputes of misinformation. We not gonna go on your platform and talk to you and try to beat you. We just gonna put it in writing, and we gonna put a book. We gonna put a book out. You know, if you got an issue with it, then you can rebuttal the book. You know, or whatever the case is, man. But we trying to do exactly what those individuals, those ancestors that you named, you know, in that era, they wrote books. And then somewhere down the line, we started slipping on producing writings for the people. So it started slowing down. So when we started, we got that first taste of the first book, we just said, we say we're going to stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, then let's do it. Diop told us to take and, you know, and move his works further, you know what I'm saying? So we have to do what our ancestors tell us to do, you know what I'm saying? You know, continue their work. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to continue our works, continue their works, and add on to their works as well. The things that they got wrong, we trying to correct it. So when you see us correcting certain things that some of our ancestors, you know, have put forward, you know, it's not a slight on them or to diss them. It's just to correct the information too, because we got to understand that some of these books, the ancestors that you mentioned, these books was written in the early 20th century, 1930, 1940, 1960, 1970. So you have to understand some of the information that we privy to now, they wasn't privy to back in the days. So they had to adjust and make movements and certain things. So now that we are able and we have more access and availability to certain things and new discoveries that are happening, you know what I'm saying, new data that is coming up. So now we're taking that and we're just building on that. So we're correcting it. So we hoping that people is not thinking that we're trying to slight the ancestors or talk bad about it. That's nothing we're trying to do. We're doing exactly what they're telling us to do. You know, so
right, and you advance in the process, bro.
That's it.
You advance in the process. Yeah, I mean, the quote is that we stand on their shoulders so we can see farther. You know, if you stand in the exact same position that they stand in, you're only going to see what they already saw, right. and that's not what they want, right. Because that's not what they did. They right. advanced it from the people that they got it from, exactly. And so that's our duty to advance it, and that's what you guys doing. Sean and them giving you a hard time. They saying, bro, you need to get a drink of water. That you going.
Sean, I always tell Sean, I'll tell you, man. That's just us every day. You ought to hear me and his conversation in the back chat. We be going at each other.
And I see Brother Chavis. Hey, Brother Chavis, I don't know if you were on earlier, but bro, hey, big ups on the assist last week. No doubt. Hey, my man. But I know I got gunners out there if I actually need them.
Oh yeah.
But yo, Brother Kofi, tell me, I know you got to the third chapter, and I had to practice my interview methodology, right. and stop you. But I had to get my interview Tep Hessup in there. But no, give me what's the rest of the book? How many chapters are in the book?
I think it's 9 or 10 chapters. Let me make sure. I think it's 10 chapters in there because I'm getting so confused because I'm actually
you got so many damn books out.
Yeah, it's 10 chapters. It's 10 chapters. It's 10 chapters. So I was just talking about oral tradition and, you know, how the process of Kimoyo actually got started through their experiences and through the environment. So the environment sprung on what we call kimoyo, or what people call African traditional religion, or what they call the African spirituality. And I just go back, the reason why I don't like the word African traditional religion, because it doesn't give us agency over the word. A brother in the a European from London, Godfrey Parada, he created and termed the phrase African traditional religion, even because he was trying to give people a better understanding of the traditions. He ended up went back to Benin. I think he traveled to Benin maybe like 19 times, and then he ended up in Nigeria at a school over the religious department. So he was trying to get African religion accepted by the Western world. So this was radical for him to do, to write a book called African Traditional Religion and put it out there and get it published, and write other various texts dealing with African religion to try to get it accepted. And from him doing that, it was radical, because they didn't want, again, with the Western society, again, when you mention anything about African religion or their customs, again, they're thinking that this is satanic, this is demonic, you know what I'm saying? This is paganism, and etc. So John Mbiti, who I dedicated volume 1 to, who is also from Kenya, but he's a Catholic Christian. So he took on the task as well with after Godfrey, and to make sure that he was able to get it into the institution. So now you have, with the Africana studies, Africana studies, now you have, this is from their working from John Mbiti, and then another brother, Boje Ndua, who also was a Methodist Christian, who was from Nigeria. So they helped push and revolutionize African traditional religion and got it into the universities, into these curriculums, so people can kind of have a grasp and an understanding of African. But it wasn't created by us, so that's why I have a problem with it, because we have no agency over the word African traditional religion. And African spirituality, I don't use that, because African spirituality was coined by the African American, us here, because we hate the word religion. Anytime, even now, when we hear the word religion, we get all these emotions comes over us: anger, hatred, enslavement, colonization. All these different things comes over us when we hear the word religion. So we rebelled early on against the word religion, and just substituted with the word African spirituality. But when you substitute it with African spirituality, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're there.
Religion.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was being stupid. And so what you said, what are you talking about? I say you're talking about religion. We just put a new name to it.
Yeah. Right. So, but it's 33 ethnic groups. So I'm asking, what are you talking about? Are you talking about, even though most of the ethnic groups systems or kimoyos are the same, when we talk about, they have ancestor veneration, they pour libations, they have rituals, their sacred places are mostly in the same area. Their rites of passages are almost the same, but they are different because of these ideals was birthed through these different geographical locations and what was going on in these geographical locations. And one place where it may be damp all the time, it may be hot over here. One place where it may flood all the time, it may not flood over here. So it just, the traditions was created based off the geographical location. So when we say African spirituality, we're encompassing all of those traditions in it. So what are you talking? You talking about voodoo? You're talking about Esheshe? You're talking about Ekume? You're talking about Gulu Wankule? You're talking about the Ubuntu? What are you talking about? So, so we just need to, so I wanted to replace that word. So again, like I said, when Sar introduced the word Kimoyo and he explained it, and then he recommended Dr. Fukiao's book, and sent me his dissertation, and I read this man's full dissertation and read his book, you know what I'm saying? It only made sense for us to try to push this word Kimoyo forward, and to get rid of the word African traditional religion and the word African spirituality. But I talk about the birth of rights, which comes after the oral tradition. So I talk about the birthing the rites of passage, which is a demarcation stages through life. So I talk about the birthright, which is entitled with the naming right. Nothing exists until it gets a name. So I talk about how important it is for our ancestors when they named their children. Their names was attached to their destinies. Their names was attached to their purpose in life. It meant something. So we around here now, we naming our babies Concrete and Mercedes and spring what with spring water. It says spring water good. I mean, but
he said we naming our babies Concrete.
Concrete. I mean, so I talk about that, and then I go into the adult right and explain that the adult right is not just one right within itself. You have and explain from the woman side and the male side. The woman in certain cultures at the age of 7, she get initiated before the man into the adult right. And then adult right specifically started in most cultures at the age of 13 and 14, where you become adult, but there are 3 stages. You get after from 13 to 14, once you reach the age of 30, you become a senior adult. So you go through another initiation. You're still in the adult right. Then when at the age of 50, you go through apprenticeship of being an elder, because after the adult right is the eldership, and the eldership is connected to ancestry. Some people don't make it to become an elder. There's certain things that you have to do to become an elder. So I talk about that and what an elder's duties and roles are in the community, and how important it is to be an elder, and how you is on earth is how it's going to affect you when you pass. When I talk about ancestors and the death right, because in African tradition, there's no such thing as rest in peace. There's no such thing as rest in peace. Your life is continuing. That's why when you study ancestor veneration has to do with you offering offerings to the ancestors for guidance, for permission to do certain things, for protection, for healing, so they believe that the ancestors have their hands in human affairs. The lesser deity have their hands in human affairs, like the conversation going on now. They say God operates the same as the Judaism, Christianity, and the Islam God, which is incorrect. You're looking at things from a Western perspective, not an African perspective. The supreme God in Africa does not have, in most of in traditions, South, Central, East, does not have his hands in human affairs. That's why when you go look at the Alusi with the Igbo people, their hands, the Alusis are the lesser deities. You look in Egypt, the Neters are the lesser deities. They have their hands in the human affairs. When you look at the Voodooans in the voodoo culture, they have their hands in the human affairs. So God does not have his hands in human affairs. It's the lesser deity, and it's the ancestors who have their hands in human affairs. But they say God have, and God, I look at God every day. I go outside. God is in African tradition is connected to everything. It is every and all things at the same time. So God is nature. So when I go open my door, I'm looking at God himself, because God is connected to everything in African culture. And Judaism, Christianity, Islam, God is outside of his creation. You see, but you got people saying that it's not. So this book clears up a lot of this misinformation that is going on.
Hey, Kofi, and I want people to get the book, because if I let you keep going, they're not going to need the book. If I let you keep going, you're going to give it away like we say on ChillTalk, for the free. Yeah. We want people to make that purchase, but man, you giving them work out here. Michelle, the principal is looking like, dang.
I'm taking it all in. I'm telling you, I just know that I'm doing my part to bring our kids to where they need to be, so I can pass them on to you. Like that is how this is what is it that what's doing for me right now. I know that my work is to prepare, is to mold the clay so I can pass the clay right on over to you.
Mm. Hey, and we're gonna make sure, you know how we do it at ChillTalk. We're gonna make sure that we connect the principal up with you, Kofi, and the whole squad. Okay. And because and principal person now came back to me. It was you beating on the desk up at Radio 1 that was causing a problem, because you was talking and you was getting excited. You beating on the desk, and at Radio 1 we got the microphone towers on the desk, and when you start beating on the desk, the engineer over in the engineer booth is like in my ear in the headphones, like, tell them to stop that. So, and shout out to my man Leo over at Radio One, our engineer. We gonna get back to you, King. We'll be back to Radio One, hopefully soon. Yeah, so already Sutek is already saying we need the principal. We need to interview the principal.
Right. We need to interview her.
That's how this, see how this works.
We're gonna have to interview her.
That's what I'm talking about. But yo, and while I have you, Kofi, and because this is some information that I know people wanted me to ask, since you're involved in the culture and history and relationships of what's going on in the continent as it relates to here in the States. And so we talked about how we in the States mentally relate to brothers and sisters on the continent. Now there's a overriding thought, especially in West Africa, that they don't really like brothers and sisters in the States. What talk to me about that.
Me personally, I hadn't had that problem, and that's why it was important for us when we got the book over there, was to create this big thing around and document everything, because they documented in video camera everything, even when we interacted with them via Skype, where we was actually teaching them certain things or breaking down the chapters if they didn't understand certain things, me and Sean. But they love us. And even just not in the Gambia, everybody, and hopefully before the end of the year, I got to get with Sean. We supposed to be going over there to Gambia. But not only just in Gambia, you know, I got relationships with people in Nigeria. I got relationships with people in Ghana. I have relationships with people in Sierra Leone. And these individuals I say I got a relationship on, they on Kofi Piesie TV on our YouTube channel. These are people that I interview and brought on and verified things that we have, all the team has talked about as a collective and as individuals.
Okay, because I was just getting ready to say, Kofi, I won't go let you do the anecdotal about what you personally did. But then you started giving me the information that I needed, because I mean, but you have heard that the brothers on the continent, particularly West Africa, have been known not to really dig the brothers and sisters in America. You've heard that, right?
Right. And to that, in some senses, yes. And I'm going to explain to you why.
All right, talk to me.
Okay. You have to understand that we just did a show called Africans versus African Americans. And I had to break down and explain to them, like, when let's just look at it. If you look at certain people that come over here, they coming over here to quote unquote to better themselves, to get a higher education, so they can able to get a good job, so they're able to send money back home to their family. You know what I'm saying? So that they're able to build generational wealth and etc. So when these people are coming over here, and you can go back and look, we had Brother Panther, whose father is from Senegal, who is a part of the Sierra people. And when his folks come over here, they had to look at a video. They looked at a video of the African American with their pants down, with them acting a fool. So they already painted a picture that we were thugs, our women was whores and lazy and etc. So that. But they also, that is the same thing, they was pushing the propaganda with us. They was doing the same thing over there, because you have to understand, even when the civil wars was breaking out, some of these people was going to displaced camps, children. And these displaced camps was facilitated by who? White European missionaries.
Now you're earning your money, Kofi. Talk about it.
So now they're being indoctrinated in these camps. And then, okay, now we're going to give you a better opportunity. And they were sending people here for free, putting them up in hotels, getting them jobs, putting them in schools. Them people, and then they was getting painted a picture. So now when they coming over there, they're getting painted. But now they ain't got to do that now, as we talked about. They can look on TV. We sell out every day for the bag. So when we go look at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Miami, we go look at what is that wife? What is it? What's that you be looking at, baby?
Real Wife Wives, like
Real, yeah, Real Life, whatever it is. All these shows, they don't have to do it no more. We doing it for them because we selling out for the bag. So now these people are not going to mess up their opportunities over here. I come over here because I'm trying to make sure I take care of my family. So I'm not finna go out here and that's what I'm saying. So it's they pushed us against each other. Okay. But nobody talk about these things with the Civil War being put in these camps, you know what I'm saying, educated by these missionaries, etc., and then sent over here to better themselves. But when they get here, they looking at videos, they're being educated by us that we are no good and to stay away from us. And if you involved with these people, we sending you back to Africa. You see?
I got the turn Kofi. I got the turned up Kofi today. Hey, don't mess with me. I got the turned up Kofi today. Kofi. They said you done with Jadakiss up in here.
Man.
Kofi.
But go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Hey, principal person. Anything? I mean, I don't know if you want to, stop this fire that he's spitting, but I know you.
I'm just sitting here and I mean personal experience. I've taught. I will say that my children from Africa are generally my better behaved students. You don't have to call, and their parents do not allow them to interact with. I mean, they come to school and they go home. That they don't. And it's that there is in my experience, there is that level of like a little bit of we hear. But we have a plan and we recognize and we were told that if we want to achieve our plan, we can't commingle with you people. Mm-hmm. Like that is 100%. That has been my experience.
But now I'm gonna let y'all get in your anecdotal information, but and seriously, that's what I think is so important. Not only for you guys to do what you're doing over in Africa, specifically in West Africa. Not only is that important, did what you're doing, but that you're documenting it for everybody to see for this type of thing. And so I'm rolling with this anecdotal information. So to see you guys do what you do with those brothers and sisters over there and see how not only how they relate to you and relate to them, but you can see that family bond. You guys even created a line speaking, right in Boca, speaking to that, and it's mutual respect to where y'all doing business together, and that's the whole thing. I mean, and you guys are giving an example of that, and it's a beautiful thing, man. I don't know why you boys, Kofi, is giving you such a hard time in the chat, man.
That's all the time, especially Sean. But I love Sean. But see, I know how to show love. Sean don't know how to show the love, so he like to do what he do in the chat. But I know he love him. That's
the only way he know how to do it.
That's the only way he know how to do it. So, and I've been dealing with me and Sean come up together. We come up through the trenches together. So. I know him. I know him.
Hey, bruh, man, you put in that work. You put in that work today. Principal, I'm gonna make sure that I connect you guys.
Definitely.
And make sure that that you connect up, because everybody's good people. I'm really glad I reached out to Principal Michelle Person to come on the show today, because not only was she the actual principal of the 5-year-old businesswoman's mama, she was the principal of the man. That was crazy when I sent her the information. I sent her Kofi. I sent her information on you and your book, and I sent her information on the 5-year-old child, and she was like, her mama was a teacher at the school I was the principal at. I'm like, that's crazy. But no, and then just how she's relating to what information.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the same. We're literally working the same angle, like just with different age groups. Like this was great synergy, Chill.
So again, that's what we try to do.
We got something for the kids though. Like I said, we got some. My Colorado trip to the motherland. It's between the ages of 8 to 13 or 8 to 14. So I mean, we trying to do stuff for the kids, and then we got a coloring book coming out, an educational coloring book that's already done. Supposed to be dropping on my son's birthday in October. So we doing stuff for the kids as
Y'all
well.
got kids book too, because they were shouting in the chat. Tell them about our kids books.
Yeah, we got
Principal Person ain't the only one with kids books up. We got that too.
Sean, One Night Before Bed, book, nice book by Sean as well.
And man, y'all, and one thing I love about y'all brothers, man, when y'all show up on my page, y'all bring other people, man. Y'all got Jeremiah Judah up on my page right now.
I don't know how that happened.
He followed y'all on here.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jeremiah Judah on my page. What in the world is going on? What's up, bro?
Yeah, I forgot to talk about. I mean, we ain't got to talk about. I just wanted to show these two.
Go and talk about it. We good.
We put out these educational and quiz cards. We put out the educational quiz cards around Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? So we put these cards out. A lot of information from people who invented stuff, people who contributed to stuff over here in America, stuff in Africa. So I mean, it's a well-rounded, a lot of information. 54 deck of cards, 54 decks because there are 54 countries in Africa. So that's why we got 54 cards here. So we put this out. It's a quiz and educational cards. There's some nice cards. We put it in. We followed up and we put put a name on the face card. So we put names on some of the individuals like you mentioned, Dr. John Henry Clark, Aisha Hilliard, John G. Jackson, Dr. Ben, some of the new ones, SARS card on that. So we got that their information on the card. So again, these cards are also available to the educational quiz cards, and the put a name on the face cards are also available. So we put those out. So we just always just trying to put out innovative stuff that can be fun and educational too.
And I wanted to add, because earlier, and I'm glad the name came back up when you were saying that you had talked to Asar. We throw around names. We don't know, the people don't know who you're talking about. So he was speaking of Asar Imhotep. So support that brother. Look at all, his books, his channel. I can see right now, I got the Illusion Volume 2 right behind me. And Sean, like, chill, where our book, man. Hey, somebody got somebody got the doggone the last Spears book, the one I got the forward in. Somebody got me for it. They come over here and they go through my library and they see these books. I gotta watch my people. Matter of fact, nobody can come back through my library unless they bring some books with them. Don't walk in my house unless you got books with you. If you want to see some of my books, you got to at least have some books in your hand just in case your fingers just get itchy. Then I'm gonna need, and don't bring me no crazy books. But
you don't know who got it?
I don't know who I got. I got a suspect.
I'll ship you out one. I'll ship you out one. I'll ship you out another one, man, because I want you to have it in your library, man.
Because that book is signed to me. Like, come on, how y'all got my sign? I know I got two. I got one strong suspect, but it's two people that was over here flipping through books, and they really be checking for y'all stuff too, specifically, because they see y'all and hear me talking with y'all on the show, and they watch all the stuff y'all do. So that's why I really got two people. They could have just ordered their own damn book. But anyhow, man, it made me forget what I was getting ready to say. I'm accusing people of book thievery, but Principal Person, I'm gonna let you, if you got one last thing you're trying to do before we shut it down. It's 2 minutes to the hour.
No, just it was great being back. Good to see everybody. Thank you for having me back on, everybody. I had dropped Kofi's website in the chat when he first began giving us our history lesson. Check it out if you have for the older babies, and then Just Like Me presents for Meanwhile in Africa if you've got the younger babies. And they basically, like, we'll teach it, we'll grow them up all the way through.
Sean, if you don't stop, he's trying to say my mom stole the book. Sean, don't do that. We're not doing that, Sean. Don't talk about my mama books. No, but anyhow, No, that's what's up, bro. But yeah, no, I'm glad everybody was on the show. It was some synergy going on. What's up to my man Johnny Dent? Johnny Dent shouted you out, principal person.
I know, I love Johnny. Haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, we got to get my man Johnny Dent back up on the show. So especially so now all the previous guest co-hosts that we normally had at the radio station, like you, principal person, the other guest co-hosts are gonna start showing up. Like, oh, hold on, you had so Johnny Dent is gonna be time, and Mecca Sunshine gonna need to jump in there, and all the people that would have. Oh, and by the way, while everybody's watching, you know, I tell everybody, whoever was my co-host at the radio station, if they sit next to me, they do great things. Ladybug, who was our co-host at the station, she left and became the world public speaking champion of the world, Craig, not like the Cleveland champ, the Ohio champ, the North American champ. She was the world. She left from sitting next to me at Chill Talk and became the world freaking public speaking champion. Tracy, Miss Travion, you know, she was my regular co-host next to me, sat next to me doing Chill Talk at the station. She just got hired as a producer in Los Angeles, in LA, on the talk show The Real. So big ups to Miss Travion. We're gonna have to get her on the show. Come back to where it all began and talk to the Chill Talk people. But hey, Kofi, man, you put in that work. You worked up a sweat up in here putting that information.
Did I? I was burnt tired, man.
You made me have to start drinking some water. But no, hey, bruh, appreciate you. Let's make sure now we got to get everybody else back on. You know, everybody has projects, and you know, but I knew I was going to have to get one person in there to get it in, because just imagine if everybody was up in there, man, it'd be a 50-hour show. But but we're gonna have to get everybody back on. And hey, man, I appreciate y'all. You know, I do what I can to support, and you know, I always can support more, so I will. But here we are. So hey, thanks, bro. Principal person, glad you accepted my last minute to jump in there, since the super producer Felicia Haney was at the special screening of the Aretha Franklin movie starring my girl Jay Hud, Jennifer Hudson. Respect. She'll be back on next week to tell us about it, and so we'll go get all that information in. But hey, everybody watching, y'all know what it is. I appreciate y'all. Chill Talk, you always got a place. You need me, let me know. And thanks a lot. But we up out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Gone.